Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to get this started. We want to talk about dating parties at parties.
How do you get them to order more or get more excited about booking parties?
Okay. Well, that's interesting. You would say that because that's what I wanted to talk about. All right. And Veronica, my favorite way to date parties at a Tupperware party was always the smidget game. Now, the smidget game are those little tiny itty bitty containers. Right now, you could use the minis instead of the smidgets if you can't get the smidgets because the smidgets are hard to get and they come and go. And if you can't get the smidgets, you can use the straw game. And that is where the collapsible straws that bend, that we have. You can use any keychains where you can put a note in them. Hold on a second. I want to get my smidgets out. These are the smidgets, these little tiny guys. Okay. And they often come in lots of different colors. These happen to be all black, but they often come in lots of different colors. And I'll just play through my smidget game for you. So you can kind of get an idea how we play this game. And so I would have all of these inside a modular made or something like that, where I'd have, if I expected 10 people at my party, I would have at least 10 of these smidgets. And I play Tupper Bucks at my party. So these are Tupper Bucks. All right. And so when I get to my Tupperware party, I start off right away by saying, hi, my name is Pam. We're going to have a great time tonight. I'm so glad you're here with us. And before the party's over tonight, you're going to look at me. You're going to say, oh my word, does that woman get excited about plastic? Because I do. I'm really into this. All right. And I absolutely love my job for so many reasons. And as the evening goes on tonight and you hear different reasons why I love my job, if you say, oh, she loves her job because of that, you get paid for that. Okay. I'm going to give you $1,000 every time you call out a reason why I love my job. Because all night long, you're going to hear these little things that I love about the business. All right. And so my job, the product, now that's different. Of course, I love the product, but what do I love about my job? Well, one of the things I love about my job is I make my own schedule. Who wants paid for that? Just say, hey, she loves her job because she loves her, she makes her own schedule. And if they raise their hand, I give them $1,000. This is fake money. It doesn't matter. You can give it away all night long. All right. And so I don't tell them that. I'm just telling you, be generous, because what happens is you're going to give away all this money. And then all night long, they're going to keep their money, add it all up. And then I pull out the gadgets, and I have my gadgets sorted into like $3,000 and $5,000 and $8,000. And so all my gadgets cost money, and they have to buy the gadgets with the money that they earned at the party. All right. And so it's called an auction party. You'll hear other people talk about it. It just puts energy into your party. And when you put energy into your party and people have a good time and they're laughing, playing this silly game with this Tupper Bucks, they date parties because they had so much fun. All right. And so I play with the money, and then I say, so I'll start off by saying, anybody here, if here's anything reason why I love my job, make sure you say, hey, she loves her job because of that. And I'll pay you $1,000. The other way you get money is if you tell me your name and your favorite piece of Tupperware you have at home, I pay you $1,000. So go ahead. Let's start with you, Veronica. Just tell us your name and your favorite piece of Tupperware you have at home.
My name is Veronica Haidar, and my favorite piece of Tupperware is my chopper.
Oh, I too love my chopper. It saves me time and I don't have to cry every night when I make supper. Yay. Because those onions, they make you cry. And supper is so good with onions. How many of you agree you grill the onions and everybody in the house instantly starts getting hungry because it smells so good, right? Well, they're also good for chopping the nuts. You can use it to chop the garlic. You can use it. Oh, don't forget, when you're chopping chocolate and you want to chop it up really fine and you want to throw it out sprinkle it on ice cream or something like that. It looks really pretty. You can shave chocolate too, but I liked it. So it's a chop, chop, chop. And it's so fast and easy. All right. Like chocolate chips, just chop them up. All right. And so next, let's go ahead to, I think it's Rebecca. What's your favorite piece of Tupperware, Rebecca?
My favorite is my pressure cooker.
Oh, the pressure cooker. Rebecca, yay. That's one of our premium products, girl. That is awesome. And did you get that from having a Tupperware party, or did you purchase it at a show, an event, or where'd you get your pressure cooker from Tupperware?
Again, being a hostess.
Oh, good for you. Good for you. That's one of the reasons I love my job, is because I give away free Tupperware. Who wants paid for that? I said it, you can get paid. Who wants to claim it? And I just play with them and I have fun all night long with my Tupper box. All right. And then once I go around the room and everybody tells me their name and their favorite piece of Tupperware, if you haven't noticed, it's kind of like demonstrating, because I don't even have that pressure cooker, but because she said it, everybody else in that party is thinking, I want to see the pressure cooker. Where's the pressure cooker? All right. And they're looking in the catalog for the pressure cooker. I might not even have it on my table, but now they want it because Rebecca has it and loves it. See, what happens in sales is everybody loves to buy, but nobody wants to be sold. All right. And so I'm the salesperson, I'm the Tupperware lady, but when their friends say they love something, they're like, what? Where is it? Is it in the catalog? You must have had a party to get that free for sure. So they're thinking all that stuff. I don't even have to say it. They're thinking it. All right. And so when I go around the room and everybody tells their favorite Tupperware, then I would say, okay, now it's time for us to show off some of our premium products. How many of you see anything up here that you didn't hear about tonight yet? And if they say, I pay them, I say, oh, first one to tell me something they want to see up here gets paid $1,000. $1,000. You know what's so fun about this tonight? Your husband will go home. You'll go home and your husband will say, how much money did you spend tonight? And you can say, oh, 4,000 or 5,000. I'm just kidding. Right. And so it's just corny, silly fun. All right. Now, when I told you that I do the smidget game, so with the smidget game, what I have inside of here is little pieces of paper. Now, let me just roll into my smidget game party and part of the party, and you'll see how this rolls. Okay. Now, after the demonstration, after I made my sauce or whatever I made, and after we played a little bit, oh, by the way, I give them $1,000 if they brought, their phones, so they can place their order on the phone and their own order. And after they place their order, they get paid another $1,000. I know, so cool. Money just flies around. And I've got one more way for you to get more money, because we're going to get out those gadgets, and you want those gadgets, and you get to buy the gadgets tonight with the money I gave you. That's like free. All right. So we're going to play this last little game, and it's really fun. And so what I have here is all these smidgets. I think it's fun. How many of you have a smidget or have ever had a smidget in your home? Anybody here? Have you carry it in your purse? Yes. Okay. So let me tell you what I love to do with my smidget. You can take this little smidget and you can put a cotton ball down inside of there. Have you ever been to Dillard's and they walk by and they go, you want to try a perfume? And you're like, no. The next time you go, yes. All right. Because what you'll do is you have this cotton ball right here. And when she goes to spray it on you, say, oh no, spray my cotton ball, please. And she sprays that cotton ball. You know what happens? That lasts and lasts and lasts. Now, is it there to make your purse smell good? No, it's there to make you smell good. All right. You pull that out and touch it on your neck, and you can do it for 2 weeks. I'm not kidding. It's still nice and fresh and smells delicious. And that one squirt would have walked away and you would have washed it off that night. Now you're not going to wash it off right away. And you know what else is really cool about this little guy? You can use this for a pill box. You can use this in your purse for, a little bit of Tylenol or Midol or anything like that. You also can use this when you're traveling with jewelry. If you want to take your diamond earrings off and you want to go swimming, but you don't want to swim with them, you can pop them down inside of here. Nobody looks in Tupperware for diamond earrings. Let me tell you. All right. The other thing that's really cool about this little guy is you can take this little guy and you can use this for a diet bowl. You eat your chocolate ice cream from this bowl, you'll be fine. All right. Now, I will tell you, if your husband ever gets really, really crabby, he says, give me a bowl of cereal. You say, okay. I would never do that. Oh yeah, I would. All right. And so this is so fun, and everybody needs one of these. It's airtight and liquid tight. You can put Vaseline in it. You can put anything, a little bit of medicine or anything like that you want to carry with you, cough syrup or something like that is fine in here. Will not leak in your purse. Anytime you see that round seal in Tupperware, it's airtight and liquid tight. All right. And so you always know that. Now, I know you want this now, and I'll tell you what, I want you to have it too. But in order to have it, you have to agree to play my game. Now, playing my game means you could possibly win more money, Tupper bucks. I will give you, when you play my game, whatever's inside of here. So it could say $1,000 in Tupper bucks, and I give you another $1,000 in Tupper bucks, and you get to keep my bowl forever and ever and ever. You never have to give it back if you play my game. But you have to agree to go along with whatever's inside of here. Because the other thing it could say is $3,000 in Tupper bucks, and you want a free Tupperware party with me in your home. I know, right? It's so exciting. Now, if you're really, really lucky, yours will say not one, not two, not three not 4, but $5,000 in Tupperware bucks. And a free Tupperware party where I come to your home and do your Tupperware party for you. And I bring everybody to your party an extra gift. I know that's the grand prize. All right. Now I know you're excited. So who wants to play my game? I have enough for everybody to play if you want to. So who wants to play my game? And I just take my container and I start passing it out. Like, who wants to play my game? My bowl, my module, whatever it is. And you want to make sure you go to the person that you think is going to say yes and think's going to play. All right. The one that's been nodding, the one like right now, if I were playing this game, I would go straight to Susan Clark because she nods. Okay. Anybody that nods is the person you want to go to. As you're talking and they're nodding with you, as you're nodding, that's who you go to. All right. And so this is all the psychology of in-person parties that we haven't talked about for 2 years. All right. And so you're going to go straight to her and you hand out, you want to play my game? Like that. Even if she's not the first person on the right or first person left, you go right in the middle and go, you want to play my game? And you hand her the bowl and she can take her smidget. Now it's really fun if you have multiple colors because she gets to pick the first color. But if you don't, that's okay too. Now, if she plays, great. If she doesn't play, no worries. Don't even act like it bothers you. Say, okay, you want to play my game, and go to the next person, and then the next person, and the next person. And pretty soon somebody's going to play that game. And if they don't, it's okay too. Because you say, you know what, it's all right. You know what, let me do you a favor. Let me offer an extra $1,000. Let's make it 2,000. You know what? I'm feeling generous. Let's make it 2,500 if you'll play my game. And they look at you like, oh my God, she ripped her money. You're like, it's pretend. Okay. And it's so corny and stupid, but I'll give you an extra 2,500. If you'll say, you know what, it doesn't matter what's inside my bowl. I'm going to have that party anyways. I don't care if I won the party or didn't win the party. I want the party. Give it to me, that extra 2,500 plus what's inside my bowl. Who wants to go for it? And they do. They say, I will. Because why? You have to have fun. Do you ever remember years ago, I had this sign in my house when I was an early bride, early mommy, and it said, if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. Let me tell you something. If the Tupperware lady ain't having fun, ain't nobody having fun. All right. And you've got to have so much fun that they want to be with you again. All right. You got to take your nerves and throw them away. You got to walk into that party and become an actress. You aren't even worrying about being Veronica. You're the best Tupperware lady in the world once you walk in that door. You are going to channel Pam Clift if you have to. Just become that very best Tupperware lady in the world. And that's who's in that room at that very moment. And you become the actress that you need to be to role play into a dynamic, fun, energy-filled demonstration with Tupperware bucks and games. And let me share something with you. It may cost you, I don't know, the money to get it printed up and to play with it. You use this money over and over and over again, by the way, but to get it all printed up, it may cost you to get the smidgets or the straws or however you decide to play it. If you're doing the straws, you just have the little piece of paper rolled up inside the straw, and on the straw, you have pretty colored ribbons. So it looks really pretty and different colored straws. So they want to pick one of those straws. And instead of describing the smidget and what you do with the smidget, you talk about how cool these straws are and that they're collapsible and they're easy to use and families need them, and don't let the little people in your house or in your life know that they're also a whistle because they're obnoxious. All right. And so whatever you're doing, you sell them on them wanting that little game gift to play. All right. If it is the shape of ball keychain, you've got a little piece of paper stuck in there, so it's easy to pull out. You talk about how cute it is. You can use it as a zipper pull. If you play twice, they could actually have earrings. And you just corny. The cornier you are, and the more fun you have, the more you're going to attract people that want to have fun with you. All right.
Okay.
Was that a good description?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Who wants to play my game? All right. And so have fun, enjoy yourself. And Tupperware bucks, if you go to the team page and put in Tupperware bucks at the top, you'll have sheets of Tupperware bucks options come up, I'm sure. If not, we'll put them back up there because somehow they fell off. All right. Anybody else have a question? That's probably even better than the slides tonight because you got the real me. All right. The real me. All right. So Jenny, will the slides go up? how to get bookings when you have none. All right. Oh, wow. Let me tell you, the challenge is you're not alone. We have a solution, and it's a business decision, and you need to come to the table every single month with a monthly goal, and no backing out, no hesitating, no sick days allowed. In other words, if you want to be a manager, you need to have 6 parties in your lineup. Someplace, they don't all have to be yours, but someplace in your unit, there needs to be 6 parties. And so sometimes they have to be all yours. All right. When you're getting started and going up to your first title, sometimes it's you. All right. Keep it simple on your vendor shows. Do not overload your vendor table, because if clutter just pushes people away. What to say? Have you ever heard of Tupperware? Which is always a yes. You always want to ask questions that are yeses, because when people say yes, often while you're talking to them, it's easier for them to say, yes, I want to have a party. I know that that's more psychology that you probably never have heard of, but if somebody's saying yes, 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 for them to stop and say no, they have to literally mentally stop and change their vocabulary. I mean, it's like all psychology. Trust me, you want them to nod their head up and down when you're talking, and you want them to say yes to 2 things before you ask them to have a party. That's the dating waltz. We'll talk about that another time. Okay, which products do you love? And so these are all positive affirmations that they're going to throw at you when they're talking to you at a vendor table. Encourage them to pick up a piece of Tupperware. Oh, I love our new line of our fridge smarts containers, or, have you checked out the vent and serve lately? It's just such a beautiful blue color. Did you see our clearly elegant? So pick something up, and those are just opening words, and hand it to them so they touch it. Introduce yourself. And that's when I would say, I'm Pam, by the way, and your name is? And so you're getting to know them. Explain you're looking for people who prefer to get free Tupperware. I am selling Tupperware today. You can purchase anything you want, but I'm really looking for people that want it free. And just pause and don't say anything when you say things like that, because you want them to bounce back at you. All right. Explain with enthusiasm that you're scheduling for shows for them to get the bonus gift from the show. And so what I would say is, I'm really excited about the fact that I'm offering a bonus, and Tupperware has this deal going on. If you book from the show today, you get an extra thank you gift at your party. And anytime today, even if you schedule and you have to change your date, I'm allowed to change it in the system once before you lose your extra bonus gift. So it's really a cool deal. And, everybody loves extra free stuff. All right. And so what would that be? That would be something you already have that maybe you ordered extra. Maybe it's an extra soup mug. Maybe it's, any piece of Tupperware that you have that's extra. Let me just ask you, would you not pay somebody $15 if they were going to give you 100? Yes. All right. And so what you're doing is, it might cost you $15 to give her that extra piece of Tupperware, which it shouldn't. Okay. It should be a lot less expensive than that. You should be able to find something from a goodie bag or something like that. Would you not pay a little bit to get a lot, is what I'm saying. And that's when you do these extra bonuses. All right. When you're in person and they've never met you before, and you really want to sell them on the idea why they want to have a Tupperware party with you. So Mary, if you were to have a get together, would you do it during the day or in the weekend? Well, would you prefer? Okay, this is actually the dating waltz I was telling you about. And you're going to ask them 2 questions that will create the answer you want. All right. And so I would simply say, Susan, if you were to do a Tupperware party, would you do it during the week or during the weekend? Talk to me, Susan.
The weekday.
A weekday? All right. Oh, would you do it during the day or in the evening?
Evening.
Evening. You know what? I have a extra date open. I believe it is next week. I have the 18th open, and it is a double thank you gift. Would you be interested in extra free Tupperware?
Absolutely.
See how easy. Now, I know that she's just role playing with me.
No, not really.
But can you not see why somebody would want to say yes to that?
Mhm.
Right? Right?
Yep.
And so that's what you're creating. And so you say, if you were to have a Tupperware party, would you do it? Like, the if is like, sometimes they'll say, well, I'm not going to have a party. Oh, okay. Well, just play with me if you were. Were you do it during the day, or would you do it during the evening? And just you'd be surprised how many times you'll find that person that wants to have a party, but she didn't know how to say, I want to have a party, and she didn't want to say, I want to have a party. Or you'll find that person like me. I went to the Tupperware party where I actually dated a party from, and then decided to sell Tupperware. On my way to the party, I said to myself, I am not having a party. Well, if she asks me personally to have a party, I might have a party. And then a little bit later down the road, and this is all me talking to myself mentally on my way to the Tupperware party. And then I said, you know what, if she asked me to have a Tupperware party and personally, and she has a date open at the end of January, I would do a party. So I'm like talking to myself all the way there thinking I really want a lot of Tupperware and I don't want to buy it and I'd like to get it free, but I didn't say any of that stuff, but mentally I was thinking all that stuff. So this is how you find those people. So Mary, if you were to have a get together, would you do it during the week or on a weekend? And wait for them to answer. This is not a yes and no question. Do you understand that? This is not, you don't want to ask them a yes and no question. You want to ask them a question that creates them to think about the response and give it to you. All right. And then when she says, oh, I do it during the weekend, say, oh, would you do it during the day or in the evening? And wait, and just sit there and exactly what I'm doing right now, just look at her bright-eyed and like you're waiting for the answer. Okay. All right. And then you certainly say, oh, you know what I have. And you talk about a couple openings that you have. And you could even give her two choices. Say, I have next Thursday, or I have next the following Tuesday open. Are either one of those good for you? And you wait. The next person that talks loses. Right. And so if she says, well, probably not next Thursday, what's next Tuesday's date? And you open your calendar so she sees it. And by the way, your calendar, when you are dating parties in person, you want to always have a calendar because people will schedule into a calendar like a doctor's office. All right. You want to schedule into a calendar. And you also want to make sure that you have things written in your calendar. Do not have a blank calendar. That's like going to the doctor's office and he says, I need to see you back in 2 weeks. And you go to the front desk and she says, when you want to come in, we're open. You're like, what do you mean you're open? You don't have anybody in there? Whoa, wait. Even going to a beautician, you don't want her to say, I don't have anybody else. When do you want to come? You be like, what? All right. And so you want stuff written in your calendar, even if it is take the kids to school. If it is your own doctor's appointment, you can code it. You don't have to say doctor's appointment, but you just want to have things written in there. Then you can color code it. You can even highlight green, like in the areas where you'd really prefer to have a party. And I'll tell you why you want to do that. Because sometimes when somebody says, yes, okay, what do you have open? You're like, you're so nervous. You can't think. You're so excited. Your mind doesn't think. And pretty soon you date a party on your anniversary and you come home and you tell your husband, guess what I'm doing? And because you weren't thinking, because you were too excited. All right. So highlight in green the days that you'd really like to do it. All right. And so it really does help you. And it makes your date book look more full. All right. All right. And so you can even say anything that's green is available right now, as long as there's not ink written on top of it, because you'll write on the dates that are you write right on top of that green highlighter. Are you ready? This is really fun way to get more leads. Go ready with a box or a bowl, and don't call. You need to ask in person. You can go to your doctor's office. You can go to any place that you already frequently would go to, a doctor's office, your nail salon. You can go to your beautician's office, beautician parlor. What's that what they call them? I don't know. My girl comes to me now, but you can go any of those places that you normally go to all the time anyways, and walk in with the opportunity bowl. What you want to have is there's actually little bags and stuff like that. There's actually a drawer prize slip thing you can actually use for this, but I don't like to do that. I like to make it really simple. you to simply say to them, you know what, I have a really cool deal for you, and I wanted to give you guys some free Tupperware. And how you do that is I leave this bowl with all these catalogs and order forms in it, and I'm just going to leave it here for 1 week, and in a week later, I will come back and pick it up. If anybody places any orders, you guys get a percentage of all the orders placed. And if you want to be in charge of it, you'll get a thank you gift too. And so you are talking directly to the main person that you work with all the time. Offer a gift or to the bonus to the owner, and keep it simple. If you are not keeping it simple, it's got to be places, collect these orders. I give you free stuff. Offer a prize to the people that do collect orders. You could have citrus pillars in there and say, everybody that places an order gets a free citrus pillars. These are awesome. You just score the orange 4 times and then use this end to peel the back of the orange, and you've got it done. And I will also give everybody that has places an order an entry into a drawing, and somebody's going to win the thank you gift, and somebody's going to win a hostess gift, or you can break it up, or you can let the person who collected it all do it. All right. The nice thing is do it in person and be professional looking, and have a smile on. That's the most important thing you wear, by the way, your smile. And it is, it's just, when they say no, don't care. Say, oh no, we can't do that. We don't have any soliciting. Say, I'm not soliciting. I come here all the time, but it's just, I just thought maybe it would just be fun. You guys can get free Tupperware. I'd love to give you free Tupperware. And this is the way Tupperware allows me to do it for you. The next thing is you fill out the slips, and you can have door price slips. Every vendor show, you should have door price slips, and take catalogs with you. And here's what I do is I don't necessarily use door price slips. I take my catalog and I have these little sticky notes right on that catalog. And so if this were my catalog, it'd be on there like that. And I'd say, oh, you know what? I have catalogs with me. If you'd like one, all you have to do is give me your name and phone number right there and your email. And when you do that, you can keep my catalog. And that's how I always got the information I needed. I never wanted to give out catalogs without getting information. What's that? That's like, that's not working. All right. And you want to use signs like this and items like this where they're guessing how many M&Ms are in something or how many marshmallows are in something, because people love to guess. And when they guess, they can guess on a door price slip that you've got printed up and guess right on that, or they can guess on something like this, but you want to make sure you're collecting name, address, and phone number, or name and phone number and email. All right. Mystery hostess is once a month. You should be doing your own mystery hostess in your home or in a hall or virtually in a VIP group. Anyone you meet that at events or anything like that, they can be part of your mystery hostess, and you can invite them to that. And the nice thing is this is a way for them, that those that said, no, I don't want to have a party, they get to stay involved with you still and be your customer because they're part of the mystery hostess. And, a small wrapped gift to give away is always a draw to your Tupperware party or to your events. And this money that I talked about earlier, the Tupper Bucks, some people don't do it with all those gadgets. Some people literally have 3 pieces of Tupperware or 3 bags, gift bags with bows on them, that they auction off. Instead of letting them use the Tupper Bucks to buy the gadgets, you literally auction off pieces of Tupperware. So you get to choose whichever way you want to do it. I will tell you that if they have money left over, because I've done the auction, I say to them, you can put this in your wallet if you'd like to. And if you ever feel like, I wish I had more money, and you see this in your wallet, you can call me and I'll teach you how you can join my team. And so, or you can, you just have fun with that as well. Do a We Care promotion, where you could do this with your own in-person party that you do once a month in your home or in a hall somewhere, or online in your VIP group, and pay it forward and say, this month we're doing a pay it forward, We Care. You can do any charity. This is just an idea of one, and this would be for Ukraine. And then the other way to date Tupperware parties is Tupperware Orphan Party. This is when somebody says, you know what, I have so much Tupperware. And then you say, do you really? I bet you have some products that are missing parts and pieces. And they're always say, yeah, I do. You should do an orphan party for you and your friends. And they're like, what's an orphan party? Or you say, do you know what that is? And they're like, no. Say, that's when I come and everybody is supposed to bring any bowl or seal that they don't have a seal to. And I will help them get that product for them with their order. And it's a really great way to make sure that all your friends are really wanting to come to your party because they want to take care of this issue and they've been invited to come and bring it, because a lot of times people think, oh, I don't want to bother the Tupperware lady with that. But if we're inviting them to come with something like that, and they get an extra gift if they bring me a problem, a Tupperware problem, whether it's cracked, split, pill, chipped, or break, or just missing a part or a piece, then they're really going to be excited about coming to that Tupperware, your Tupperware party. And they're going to appreciate you for throwing a party like that, right? All right. Keep them in your date book. Once you get them in your date book, now you've got to keep them in your date book. All right. Parties dated at events are higher cancellation rate, and it's a numbers game. So if you want 10 parties, you have to date 40. All right. And so because they will cancel, because they don't know you personally, they didn't have a lot of time to really get to know you. But there are ways to keep them. And that is immediately send them a thank you note. Say, and in that thank you note, you put your business card so you appear to be real and sincere about your job. And so you immediately send them a thank you note. Say, Sandy, I am so excited about your Tupperware party. I'm looking forward about being your business partner with you and helping you get free gifts. And I'm most excited about meeting your friends and helping them learn new ideas for their kitchen or new storage solutions, or, whatever you're excited about sharing that Tupperware party. Send them that. Also, today's world, you can send them a quick text and say, hey, I just found out today that there's going to be a sale at your party. And so we have a bonus going on for you and your friends. I'm going to send it over to you. Do you want a hard copy? I can drop one in the mail. And so that is our sales flyer that, comes out and it's going to be involved in their party. There you go. All right. And then party plan on the spot. When you are dating a Tupperware party, say, you know what, give me a second. I've got an envelope for you. And always have her party planning envelope. Now you can do an envelope or a folder or whatever you like. I really do like a folder because when you open up the folder and you have the pockets here and here and you have the catalog stuffed in there, I did always use the pick your thank you gift. And I also did a sheet that's, the half price items, the most popular picked ones. So you give her catalogs, you can give her flyers, and definitely give her a place where you're going to write the link to her online shopping for her and her friends. All right. The online Tupperware party and the virtual Tupperware party really have a lot in common. Really what you have to do is you have to online. For me, it's a lot harder because they've got to learn my personality. They've got to learn to like me and learn to want to work with me for me to date parties and recruit them. In person, that's easier for me because when they're in person and I get to know them and they get to know me and we've got more time and we're literally looking eye to eye. It's just so much easier for me. But you do you, and do what your style, do your favorite. All right. Keep going. That's mindset. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. All right. If you truly believe that you can make this business work and you want it so bad, you'll just jump through hoops to make it happen. You'll learn it. You'll do it. All right. Master the skill of continually learning. I applaud you for being on tonight because there are a whole lot of champions that aren't on right now, and they could have learned all kinds of great skills on dating at parties tonight. And also great skills from Jenny on dating away from parties tonight. Create the movement towards your goals by acting every day. Every day makes a difference. And it's the little things that make big things happen. And if you work on your business every single day, it will work. All right. And I want to tell you, I say this a million times, Tupperware works when you do. If you don't work, it won't work. But if you work, you can make a ton of money and love your business. All right. No amount of no's can stop you from climbing to the top when there's a great view. And now, what is that view? What does that look like? That's your desire. That's your reason for why you want to make this job work. Do you want to make it work because maybe you want to prove to your spouse that you are capable of doing it? Maybe you want to make it work because you have a goal of taking your kids to Disney. Maybe you want to make it work because you want to put the kids through college. You may, on you where I came from back then in the day. Today, I work really hard and work every single day because I love helping other people find the financial freedom that my husband and I have found. And it really rewards me over and over. It's a paycheck for the heart. Yes, I make great money, but my biggest paycheck that I love the most is the paycheck for the heart. All right. And here is very important page. A fixed mindset. They believe talent is born. How many of you ever heard somebody say that? Oh, she was born talented. She was born this, she was born that. You know what? Desire to be seen as perfect and talented. So she avoids challenges. She gives up easily. She often has she sees effort as temporary. She gets frustrated or ignores a feedback or criticism, and she feels threatened by others' success. And so instead of being happy for others' success, she is threatened by it. Leads to frustration and emotional business. This limits your potential to set you up for, and it sets you up for failure. This is a fixed mindset. That means that this child is never going to be anything because he's bad today. Well, that's crazy. All right. That is crazy, right? A fixed mindset means that you don't believe that you were born to be successful. A fixed mindset means that you don't believe that you're good in sales. A fixed mindset means that you don't believe anybody wants to have a Tupperware party. A fixed mindset means that you don't think anybody wants to buy Tupperware. All right. That's a fixed mindset. A growth mindset, on the other hand, believes the ability to be developed. All right. And she believes that she can learn how to date Tupperware parties. She believes that she can learn how to recruit and ultimate desire to learn and improve all the time. She embraces challenge. She pushes through with setbacks. She believes her effort is the most important. And she uses feedback and criticisms in a way to improve. And she is inspired and learns by others and their success. Leads to a hard worker who is constantly looking to better herself, creates a calmer mindset, a businesswoman who can reach her full potential. All right. And so think about who you are and where you're at. Are you being a fixed mindset, or are you having a growth mindset? All right. How to get parties at parties. Get your guests to like you at least a little. All right. Create the desire. Make a wish list. Have them make a wish list when they're listening to the demonstration or talking about the things. Tell them to circle everything in the catalog they want, or write it down on a piece of paper. Have a visual for dating options, and that could be the dating bags that you've heard us talk about before. Those are just small gift bags with little gadgets in it. And the first 2 people that date Tupperware party get to take a gift bag home with them tonight. Play Tupperbucks like you saw me play, the Smidget game you saw me talk about, and pick your word choices carefully. Who wants to do a Tupperware party for Susan? Who would like to say yes to free Tupperware? Think about your word choices and what your the message that your word choices are sending. All right. People who love to eat are always the best people to do a Tupperware party with, because people who love to eat like fresh food. All right. All right. So let's think about party ideas. Create a desire by having different party themes. And you don't want to have them all, but you do want to have a lot. All right. Fit Food Friday. That would be a healthy food demonstration. Flashback Friday. That would be where you're just going to dress in the 50s or in the 60s clothing and just have fun with maybe have everybody bring their favorite piece of Tupperware, that their first piece of Tupperware they ever bought or something like that. Fresh Friday is how to really keep everything fresh and really talk about preserving the food and making Tupperware work for you and save you money. Wind down Wednesday, or wind down Thursday, or wind down Tupper time. And that is just a Tupperware party where you're going to talk about pairing wines, or you're going to talk or serve wine. All right. YOLO is you only live once. All right. So that is kind of a street talk term. It's a YOLO party. And so that's when you're just going to go get together with the girls and have fun because you only live once, right? And Healthy Home is talking about how to make sure you're making your own cleaning supplies and not having harsh chemicals in your home. Or maybe you want to talk about how you can eat healthy and keep your food fresher, longer, with more vitamins and nutrition with our Tupperware product. Eat to live, live to eat. And that is, really talking healthy again. And you eat to live and live to eat is really loving healthy food, but you want healthy food that tastes great. All right. A Tupper Trunk Show is where you're going to bring lots of product with you, and so they can leave with it. And a Geek Party is the new chic. Embrace your inner geek and celebrate all things nerdy. And so they can dress as geek, and they get to all place their own order. And it's just a fun way to teach them the new Tupperware way of placing orders at the party. All right. Create Desire, Toddler Tuesday, Tequila Tuesday, School of Cooking, Wind Down Wednesday, Women Crush Wednesday. So all of these parties are just cutesy little names that people like, and you can say, oh, you know what, you should do a Thirsty Thursday party, and just become creative. And if you've really got somebody that you can tell she's a party girl, say, oh, do a Tequila Tuesday. Or you can tell somebody that really loves their children, they maybe have a little girl with them or something like that. You could do something like, let's do cooking school, kids cooking, kids in the kitchen, or something fun like that. Throwback Thursday, tea party. You've heard of the Republican Party, the Democratic Party, but we got the Tea Party, and that's tequilas, tacos, and Tupperware. All right. And so, you know what? Set goals, have big goals. And, others may think your goals are so big and so silly, but others think you're awesome. And so think about how big you want your goals to be and where you want to go with your Tupperware business, because you've got a choice to make. And success comes when you have the mindset and you master your mindset and you work the business. All right. So you will need to date Tupperware parties, plan Tupperware parties, because a party dated without planning and without a thank you note and without structure and calling her and organizing it is a party that doesn't happen. So date, plan, party, and recruit. Start over again. Repeat. Date, plan, party, recruit. Repeat. Date, plan, party, recruit. That's how you make this business happen. Goals be on autopilot. Have parties coming from parties. And so that's that whirlpool effect, that once you start it, you're going to have people say, I'll do it. I want in. I want to do a Tupperware party. And you'll actually have people call you and say, you did Mary Beth's party 2 weeks ago, and she told me about it, and I really want to be in on that too. I want to have a Tupperware party. All right. Every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up and it knows it must run faster than the fastest lion or it's going to be killed. Every morning, a lion wakes up and it knows that it must outrun the slowest gazelle or it will starve to death. It doesn't matter whether you have a lion or the gazelle. When the sun comes up, you better be running. I hope you guys enjoyed this. All right. We don't have everybody on still, but we have a few of you. I want to thank you for being on with us tonight, and make sure when I put it out there, the post tonight about the meeting, that you put out what you like the most and what you learned from. Okay. Thank you guys so much.